now. Okay, so if you're the one that's gonna cut out pictures and post them on a big piece of cardboard or poster board, then that's totally fine. I'm just gonna sit here and talk about how I set my goals and set you guys up for success, okay? And again, questions totally welcome. I'm awesome, Kathy. Okay, you got this. Okay, so what I want you guys to do, I hope you guys brought pens and papers. I like to be color-coded because I'm weird like that. But what I want you to do is grab a piece of paper and at the top of it write 2019. And then I want you to divide the paper into 4. So it's going to look, when you're done, it's going to look like this, okay? So you're going to put 2019 at the top and you're going to do 4 quadrants. You're going to go daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly, okay? And some of these may be a lot easier for you to come up with than others, okay? Maybe it's really easy for you to know what you want this year, but you don't know how to put it into action daily, okay? Maybe that's something that we've got to work on. Or you've got monthly goals, like our company makes it really easy completing the steps of success. For me, it's at least 2 date nights that we get out of the house without our baby, you know? So you get to have both. So what we're going to do is we're going to write down daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly. And we're in each of those quadrants, you're going to write down personal and professional. So you're going to write down two headlines under each of those. And it's really important not only that we have personal goals, but we have professional goals too. And the reason that I break it down into daily, weekly, monthly, yearly is because you want to make sure that your goals seem attainable. And you may say, this year I am going presidential diamond, and you may be a ruby right now, and that's totally fine. But you've got to have a plan, and you've got to be able to break it down into daily and weekly action that is achievable, or that is just a pipe dream. Because if we don't have a plan, we can't take action. And those dreams are just wishes. They're just, I'm wishing that it's going to happen. I'm wishing it's going to happen this year. Oh, I hope it's going to happen, you know, and, or I wish that had happened, right? I don't want you to say that at the end of 2019. I don't want you to say, I wish that had happened. Again, I'm quite a visual person. So I have, you know, my certificates from the company set up here. And then I've got a blank one for Ambassador Diamond that actually says, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, because I think that it's important. It says top 100 income earner coming soon 2018. And I wrote that last year. I am not an Ambassador Diamond yet, but the key here is that is my intention. I know that I am top 100, which is pretty cool. So one of those goals is checked off, but coming soon is 2019 for me. And I feel it. I really feel it. It doesn't necessarily mean that our goals are going to happen at the time that we think they're going to happen, but as long as we set an intention and we know where we're going, and writing it down, honestly, you guys, is key, because sometimes you don't even realize what you're writing down, and years later you find it. I keep everything, right? Like I have this quadrant from last year. Where did I put it? I have my quadrants from last year that I tucked away because I wanted to see what my goals were. Oh, they're right here. So these are my daily, weekly, monthly, yearly goals for 2018. And I'm going to tuck these away because what I'm going to tell you is things will start to get checked off of these lists that we're going to do today, and it really does make a big difference to your business. So if I'm just sitting here talking, I want you guys filling this out, okay? And I'm going to give you some examples. So daily, personal versus like professional. So it could be personal development. It could be getting some exercise. It could be connecting with your partner or your children, okay? Uninterrupted time connecting with your partner or your children. It could be picking up a new hobby. Maybe you want to do something new this year, right? My husband got me a compound, or not a compound bow, I can't think of the word right now, but a bow for bow hunting last Christmas, and that's something that I really want to pick up this year. We were gonna work together and like do that as a hobby this past summer, but he had an accident and was unable to use his right arm for about 3 months. So we didn't do that, but this is my year that I want to do that with him and spend time doing that with him, and that's a priority for me. So whether I decide to put that in my daily, which I probably won't, but in my weekly column, I'm going to put it. So personal little things. You know, like I said, I want one date night a week with my husband. You know, I want to get outdoor exercise at least 3 times a week. I want to get out and go hiking. I want to get out and walk the dogs. I want to do that at least 3 times a week, because I'm telling you, it's really easy to sit inside beside the cozy fire with the rain falling on the roof in the winter. And I don't need to pick up any of that excess weight when you work for a health and wellness company. So those are things that I need to do personally, right? Monthly, for me, living debt-free. Personally, I want to live debt-free monthly, and one fun family activity. So this month we are going to Mount Washington for 5 days for my husband's birthday, and we're having a family time up there. Next month we're going up to Powell River for my mom's retirement. And so I want one fun family thing that we're doing every single month. Because again, it's really easy for me to get caught up in work. And then yearly personal stuff, you know, how much do you want in savings? You know, for us, we want to put the maximum amount into Izzy's education savings plan. We want to put a decent amount into our retirement savings plan. We want to have a chunk to put down on our mortgage that's extra. We want, my husband, if you don't know this yet, my husband is starting a new business. We're clearing a couple of acres of our property and putting in, he's just ordered 500 apple trees. We're putting in an orchard. My husband was a career bartender, and we're going to open the Good Shepherd Cidery. That's our goal, to start progressing his dreams this year, because he's done everything to support mine. So those are things that I have on my personal list. And then professionally, here's the deal. We break our days down into simple income producing activities, tasks that we're going to do, we commit to doing every single day. So for me in 2019, I'm committing to get 10 haps out a day. Insane, right? But I'm doing it. And I'm also committing to doing one live video at least 5 days a week. I'm committed to adding at least 5 new people to my hundreds list. So you see, it's not I'm going to sign somebody for my daily goals. It's I am using activity goals there. You know, I'm going to do, some of you guys know that I'm in in Rank Maker. So I'm going to do that listen to that Ray Daily video every single day and do the action step. I've also committed to some coaching with them, and I'm going to give my all to that every single day, because I want to be a better leader for you guys. And I also, this is kind of a fun goal, and it embodies a lot of things, but I want to get at least 100 likes on one post a day. That's a goal of mine. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to start interacting way more on Facebook. I'm going to start creating a following. I'm going to start providing more value on my Facebook page and get people coming back, right? And then weekly, I want to sponsor 3 new team members. Okay, that's a goal of mine. I have big goals, and that may seem like a lot to people, but that's because my goal is ambassador this year, and ambassador is a beast. It is a total beast, and I need to have big goals to be able to hit that promotion level. Now, maybe you are going for Ruby, maybe you're going for Diamond, maybe, you know, maybe it is sponsoring 3 people, whether it's 2 customers or 3 customers or 1 distributor, whatever that is in your weekly goal. You decide how quickly you do this. You decide how quickly you move your business. Some people are here for an extra $200 a month. Your weekly goals are going to be less than mine, okay? Your weekly goals are going to be a lot less than mine, and that's okay, because we all have different goals that we're setting for this year. Maybe your goal is Diamond by the end of this year. Maybe your goal is Double. Maybe your goal is Ruby. All of that, totally cool, but your goals will dictate what you get. Crossbow. Crossbow. No, maybe I was right. You know what? Thanks, Brittany. I think I was right. It is a compound bow. It's not a crossbow. Thanks. And he has really good aim and I don't. Okay. Oh, Victoria, we've already been making cider with the apples trees that we have here, and it's amazing. Okay, and then when it comes to monthly goals, oh, that's the other thing that I'm committing to weekly, is a live training in my team page. So I'm going to do a live video every week in our team page. If you guys are on this, I know a lot of you from my team are on this, and there's people from other teams. Hold me to this. Hold me accountable, right? I want to be able to provide value to the team and help them move their businesses forward. So that's something that I want to give back in our team page. And I also want to host 1 Power Hour Zoom. So whether it is a Zoom like this that we're doing a active Zoom where we're actively goal planning, or a power hour Zoom where I'm giving tasks. I want to do one of those a week as well for our team. And the other thing that I want weekly is to have one of my live videos get 1,000 views. Okay, that's a goal. I don't know if I'm going to hit it, but it is a goal and I'm writing it down. I'm going to tell you in a minute why I write my goals down. Monthly, a really good example. Can we be added to the page to have access to Zooms? Melanie, I'm not sure if you're on my team page or not, but we do share them sometimes. We do share them sometimes in Diamond Divas. So I've just PM me after this, okay? Yes, Wendy, me too. I'm excited for the 14-day challenge. Okay, so professionally for monthly, I would like to personally enroll 10 new team members a month. Okay, but maybe it's 2, maybe it's 5, maybe it's 3, maybe it's whatever your goal is, write it down, because it's the first step in making it happen. And I know this sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, you guys are all here for a reason. And if this is something that you've never done before or something that you've done every year, it is so powerful. So it might seem like a bunch of woo-woo to you right now, but I'm telling you, it's going to make all the difference. Okay, I also want to host one online wrap party for our whole team monthly. I want to earn the 10 Fast Start qualifying bonuses on those personally enrolled teams. You want to know how I came up with that goal? That's what Stephanie Dunn has done for the last 9 years. Focused on bringing 10 people into her business and Fast Start qualifying all 10 of them. That's just been her goal. You know, she's never been somebody that would mass enroll hundreds and hundreds of people, but that's always been her goal, to bring in at least 10 people and and help them get Fast Start qualified, whether she does it or she helps them get it. And I think that that's really powerful. I think that once you realize that it's just doing the same thing over and over and over again and setting those goals for yourself, that you can do absolutely anything. And again, these are my goals and they're big goals that I'm giving you as an example, but these, please don't let them scare you, because everybody is on a different path and everybody is in this business for a different reason. For me, I realize that this is going to change the legacy of my family. We have 8 sets of parents, or like new sets of parents. We have 4 sets of parents and new parents coming around. Ryan just found his birth dad. And we got to afford to take care of them when they get older, and they're not living at my house. Okay. So that's why we got to do really well here. We got a lot of people to take care of in our family. And then I also monthly, this is what I'm committing to. And a lot of people, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I'm committing to contacting all of my loyal customers every single month and telling them about their perk points and what's going on with the company. Whether that's one email or a message or a text message, I'm committed to contacting all of my loyal customers every single month, at least once. I think it's really important that we build a relationship with them. We work really hard to get them. And I think that providing them superior service is what's going to have them as lifetime customers and people that find a lifetime product. And then yearly, I had set my goal, like I said, to ambassador last year, and that didn't necessarily happen, but it is happening this year. I see it happening by the end of April. So you have to set an intention. If you don't set an intention, you're like, well, it'd be really nice to be diamond, it'd be really nice to be ruby. It's not going to happen. You decide. You decide if that's going to happen, and you have to write it down. And you can put months, you can put ideas of where that's going to happen for you. Maybe you're ruby this month and you want to go diamond in 2 months, or you want to go double diamond by the end of the year, or triple diamond by the end of the year, presidential, whatever it is, but you need to write it down and have a focus. I want to boost my husband's account to triple diamond. That's what I want to do this year. I want to have, by the end of the year, 12 personally enrolled diamonds. That's my goal. And I want to be in the top 30 income earners internationally and go to the retreat. That's what I want. So setting goals and writing them down, again, super, super, super important. And dream as big as you want. It may seem ridiculous. It might seem like you might be sitting at Ruby right now, but you're like, I can't, like, and it might have been that for a couple of years. Who knows? But you might want to be triple diamond, presidential diamond, and that is absolutely attainable, but you have to have focus and you have to be willing to take action. There's no secrets here. There's nobody lucked out and got to build a $1 million business without setting an intention first. So having this is what goes up on my cork board. I have this all year sitting up on my cork board. And I think it's really important. Again, the reason that I do this, you guys, I've always been somebody that wrote down my goals. That's just who I am, whether was in school or personally. I wrote down, it was funny because Afia put it really well on a Zoom. And before I met my husband, I dated some really nice guys. But before I met my husband, instead of dating 10 guys with one bad issue, I dated one with 10 bad issues. I got it all out of the way. He was like a horrible human being that crushed my soul. And after that relationship, I remember leaving that relationship, and I was so mad at myself for putting myself in that position that I said, I will never do this again. I will never be in a relationship for somebody else other than myself. And I know that sounds really selfish, but it was really important for me to learn. And so what I did is I cried, and then I went to a book and I wrote down all of the qualities that I wanted in a partner. All of them. Every single, from what they look like, to what they act like, to their hobbies, to their passions, to their values, their family values, everything. I wrote it all down, everything I wanted in the perfect partner. A year and a half later, I met my husband, Ryan. And he was everything on that list. He was everything but tall. And that's okay, babe. Like, he's like a couple inches taller than me, but he was everything but tall. And that wasn't a priority to me, obviously. When people do this, like when I tell friends to do this after they've had a bad breakup, because it freaking works, obviously, because Ryan really literally was everything that I wanted in a partner. And I sat there and I found my list. I'd been dating Ryan for about a year and a half, and I found my list and I just started to cry because I was like, I found this person. I found this person because I set the intention. I found this person because I knew that I deserved it. I found this person because I wasn't willing to accept anything else. So I think that that's a really powerful message to be able to share with you guys. And I've done this exercise with girlfriends of mine who've had breakups and said, write down everything you want in a partner and then pick your top 10. Pick your top 10 things that you will not live without. And I highly recommend that you do this, whether this is in a job or in your personal life or whatever it is, and pick the top 10 things that you cannot, these are deal breakers, right? And if you start dating somebody and they're any one of those top 10 things, you move on. You do not compromise those top 10 things. And I feel that that's really important in life too. If you're working a job and you're being devalued, you're working a job and you're not being challenged and you're not happy, I think it's really important that you actually focus on the things that you are not willing to live with. Okay, that's my resolution for 2019. I'm not here to accept the things that I cannot change. I'm here to change the things that I cannot accept. So there was that. I know you guys are still writing. I know you guys are writing your goals down right now. So there was that. And then we moved into this house because of this business. We had the freedom to move. We had the money to move. We had everything. And we had no idea that we'd be able to move into this house at this point in time. Like, we never thought we would have our dream property, which I'm learning might just be the next step to my next dream home. But we're so grateful for what we have, and we never thought we'd have this in our 30s. And I was moving stuff into my desk, and I found a piece of paper that Ryan and I had written in 2012. And it was acreage, it was this, it was that, it was this, it was all these things. And it was everything that we had in this property except a water feature. So except lakefront, oceanfront, or like some sort of river running through it. And it was everything except those things. And we had decided against the water feature when we were looking for properties because of how old Izzy was, and we would never be able to relax. So we just decided that wasn't the right time for us to have a home with a water feature with a small child. So anyways, it was everything that we wanted. And I know, right? Well, there's a lake, it's across the street. It's not our orchard, but it's across the street. And like that, honestly, in this, you're absolutely right, Amanda. And it comes up in different ways that you don't understand that are going to happen. And now all of a sudden in the winter, we do have a lakefront view, right? So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. And I don't know if you understand the power of writing it down and embodying that and knowing that you deserve it and moving forward and having it as a daily reminder. So that's what I want to do with this. I also have sticky notes around my house. The one that I'm looking at right now says, say thank you more and act more grateful. Because my husband does so much around our house. This is my personal one. My husband does so much around our house, and I often take him for granted. I forget to say thank you. It's very embarrassing, and it's rude of me, because I take for granted everything that he does. So I forget to say thank you when he brings me a cup of coffee or my breakfast or whatever. You know, like, it's ridiculous how ungrateful that I realize that I was being. So I say thank you for everything. And then I also have a sticky note next to it that says, send 50 new messages every single day, send 30 plus new follow-ups, add 50 to 100 friends. So I have my non-negotiable IPAs that are sitting in front of me every single day in a sticky note, whether it's upstairs in my room or in my office, but I always see them, okay? Let me just make sure you guys don't have any questions before I go on to the next thing. Okay. You know what? It's funny. So I don't know who iPhone is that said that you were just in a relationship who didn't support you on this. And I know a lot of husbands, sometimes they don't support us because they're scared, because they like stability. And this is not necessarily something that everybody succeeds at, right? This industry isn't for everyone. You guys are here and you guys are succeeding because you take the time to do things like this, because you take time out of your day to plan and to dream bigger and to focus on your goals. So I'm really happy that you're in an environment where you're supported now, and all of a sudden you don't feel like you have an anchor, right? How many of us have felt in our lives that we have an anchor? Sometimes it was my husband, and sometimes we really had to talk about that. And I said, I don't want to feel this way. And he didn't realize he was making me feel that way. And when it came down to somebody supporting me or not supporting me in this business, I remember when I first started, and Ryan, like, his family, his mom and his stepdad and his dad had all been involved in MLMs and not hit it big, not done super well with them. I mean, they made some money, but not tons. And he's like, you're crazy. This is your maternity leave. Like, you don't need to do this. And I said, I know, but I just want more for our family. And he's just like, he's like, okay, but like, really? And I just looked at him and I said, do you trust me? And he said, yeah. And I said, do you love me? And he said, yes. And I said, well, I really want to do this. And if you'll love me, you support me, because I know that I can make this work, and I know that I can make this work for my family. And that was the end of it. That was the last conversation we ever had about it, because it was about me. It wasn't about what I was doing. It was about what I wanted and how he was going to support me and what I wanted. And because he loves me. If someone doesn't support you because you ask them to, because they love you, that's a different story. My favorite self-development book, it depends. Honestly, Lisa, message me after this Zoom, because it depends what you're looking for. I've read a lot of self-development books, and it depends what you're looking for right now. I just read a really great book called Contagious, talking about how things go viral online, and how people receive information, and that was a pretty good book. Okay, so on to the next thing. This is my favorite. Well, I'm going to just show you this too. I also have a monthly goal list that, like, so this is like step 1, this is step 2. So you can have a monthly goal list as well and be very specific about your goals in every single month for 2019. This is something that I'm still working on, and this is something that you guys can do as well. It's kind of nice if you guys like have you want to do a family vacation, or you want to do, you want to set when you want your promotion to happen, or, you know, for me, January's goals, have all my contacts in the Connect app, right? Like, that's a big beast for me to do, but I'm going to do it and so sort them so that my business is a lot easier organized, and so much easier when we have big promotions that come out. Okay, this is what I want to show you. So this is the next thing that we're going to do to goal set, and I love this. And you start with a piece of paper and you say, I'm so happy and grateful now that. I'm so happy and grateful now that. So this is talking about yourself in the future on things that you want, but you're talking about it present tense. Okay. I'm so happy and grateful that our family went on a family holiday this year. I'm so happy and grateful that I finally got to go to Europe. I'm so happy and grateful that we paid off our debt. I'm so happy and grateful that our mortgage is paid off. I'm so happy and grateful that our vehicle debt is paid off. I'm so happy and grateful that I am Diamond, making an average of $2,000 a month. I'm so happy and grateful that we have 5 figures in savings, or 6 figures in savings, or 6 figures that are in savings towards our retirement, right? You don't need to know how this is going to happen. You just have to be happy and grateful that it has happened. And then I highly recommend that you read this at least once a week. I have daily affirmations that I read, but this is something that I read once a week to remind myself of the things that I want. I'm so happy and grateful that Ryan has his dream vehicle and that we were able to buy a quad for cash, because that's something that he wants for the property. I'm so happy and grateful now that his business is booming. I'm so excited to tell you guys about the Good Shepherd Cider Company, because we have Aussie Shepherds. He's going to name the ciders after our dogs. We are going to have it as a gives back. So a portion of proceeds will go to getting kids off the street for child sex trafficking, because it's something that nobody talks about, but it happens all the time. And my husband is very passionate now that we have a little girl. So it's really cool when you actually start speaking these things into existence. Okay. I got to check this one off. I'm so happy that I'm a member of the Top Income Earners Club with Ray and Jessica Higdon. That's something that was on my goal that I did not know how it was going to happen, but it did. And for me, this is a little crazy, but I said, I'm so happy and grateful it's 2020 and we are making $1 million a year. That's something that I have on my goal. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm putting it out there, because if you don't put it out there, it's never going to happen. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys do that just for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. So now one of the things, while you guys are writing this out, one of the things that I want you to do in the comments is type in one of your goals. It could be personal, it could be professional, but I want you to speak out loud in the comments one of your goals. Lisa, that's a really good question. How long did it take before you started seeing your goals come to fruition? How did you snap yourself out of the negative? No, everybody's doing their goals. Hold on. Out of the negative to creep in. And you know what? Here's the deal. It depends what your goal is, right? If you're sitting here and you're writing goals down like this and you're doing daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, well, you can see your daily goal. Like you can see the progression of your goals from daily to weekly to monthly. And you'll see a progression in your business. You'll see a progression in your personal life. You'll see a progression in everything. And if you're breaking down your goals into bite-sized pieces, you might not get them every day, right? So here's the deal. You might not win every day. You might write a list of things that you want to do every day, and you might not win. You might not get it done, okay? Life happens, stuff happens. But if you win 4 of the 7 days of the week, you win the week, okay? If you win 3 of the 5 weeks in a month, you win the month. If you win 7 of the 12 months of the year, you win the year. The more months you win, the faster your goals are going to come into fruition. Now, I can't tell you exactly when your goals are going to happen. I love that you guys are rating all these amazing goals, and I can't wait to look through them. I can't tell you exactly when your goal is going to happen. Like I said, I'm sitting up here looking at my ambassador that says coming soon 2018. Well, that didn't freaking happen. So I'm doing it in 2019. And I actually feel way better about doing it in 2019 because the leadership of our team is there. Our momentum is there. The company is bringing us there with all the new products and everything. You know, this is a huge year for us, and I feel it. I feel it in my bones. I feel like it's all coming together. And did it happen when I said it was going to happen? No. Neither did my diamond. Neither did my double diamond. Neither did my triple diamond. None of it was easy, but it was worth it. It was worth the hard work. It was worth the staying up till 2 a.m. It was worth the sacrifices. I'm here doing a Zoom right now. I totally forgot that, well, I didn't totally forgot. I knew that I was doing the Zoom today, but for some reason I had changed the time, and I forgot that I changed the time from 11 until I started off with it at 2 p.m., but we changed the time for whatever reason. And I wanted to take my daughter swimming this morning, but I sacrificed that today so that I could be here with you guys. And we said we'll go swimming with her on Tuesday again. And my husband's there with her right now. But there are small sacrifices that I make for this business daily that maybe people don't understand, maybe people don't realize. But that's how we hit our goals. That's how we get there. Now, if you find the negativity creeping in, if you follow me, you know in the past year, just over a year, we lost our family dog. That was really hard on me. I lost my grandfather. Life happens, things happen, people leave your team, negativity creeps in. Sometimes toxic people creep into your team and it creates trauma, and it's awful, right? However, when you get your mind right first thing in the morning, those things don't shake you. Those things don't shake you like they usually do. So when I find that I'm going down a negative path and I just can't get out of bed in the morning, because most mornings I jump out of bed and I can't wait. But if I'm finding that I'm going down a negative path, it's so important that you get up first thing in the morning. I do not have my phone in my room. I do not charge my phone in my room. I don't have it anywhere near my bed. I keep it downstairs to charge. So I come downstairs, I grab a cup of coffee, I sit with Ryan and my daughter, and we talk about what we want to do during that day, and what my business day or what my work day looks like, and what we can do as a family, and we set our goals for the day. And then I come into my office, and before I pick up my phone, I go to YouTube and I plug into and search Jim Rohn, like that we were listening to right before this Zoom. I go in and I listen to Tony Robbins or Mel Robbins or somebody that will inspire me and motivate me and feel like I can do absolutely anything. That's what I do. And that's part of the reason that I'm in Rank Makers, and I've suggested it to some of you guys, is because Ray does a video every single morning that has an action step that gets me excited and fired up. Okay, so it's important that you start your day right. You put you first. You come before everybody else. It's you, then it is your partner, then it is your family, then it is your business, then it is your team. Okay, in that order. In your team, it is your newbies, it is your leaders, it is your upcoming rock stars, and then it's everybody else. That's the order, okay? Newbies, rock star leaders, up and coming rock stars, everybody else. Really important that you prioritize your time, because everybody else, all the noise can take over everything, and you could spend a ton of time doing that, and all of a sudden it's 9 p.m. at night and all you've done is answer questions from your team, and you haven't done the work. You haven't sent your messages. You haven't followed up with people. You haven't enrolled anybody. Okay, you put yourself and your business first always. And that may seem like very selfish, but now my team is what is important. But I always put myself first and my business first, you guys. And I don't say that because I don't care about my team. You guys are here. I love you so much. But you have to put yourself first. It's so important, because I started this business for me and my family. If I put everybody else on my team before my own business and every day spent coaching them, and I didn't enroll and I didn't complete the step success and I didn't do the things that I need to do for my business, I would not be here. I wouldn't be here. The priorities in the business is my personal business. So what I need to get done, my IPAs that are non-negotiable. Then it's my newbies. I'm pouring into my newbies that want this. Not everybody, you know that there's people that don't answer you after they sign up for this business. Not those people, but the people that want it. I'm going to check in with them every day. Then I'm going to check in with my leadership every single day. I'm going to check in with my leadership. And the fourth is your upcoming rock stars, the people that are up and coming, and then everybody else. So your up and coming rock stars, maybe those like newbies that are like not like they're past newbie, but they're like ready to rock and roll, but they're not quite in your diamond leadership yet, in that order. And then everybody else. And I highly recommend pointing people to answers instead of answering all their questions. My non-negotiables, Lisa, are 52, 10, 10, and 10. Although mine are a lot higher, that's what I coach my team on because it's duplicatable. So what that means is I add no less than 50 friends or followers on Facebook and Instagram. I post 2 quality posts every single day, at least 2 quality posts. Right now, 2 or 3 max because of the Facebook algorithms, okay? If you post any more than that, Facebook is going to hide your pictures and your posts, so it's not worth it. Just really focus on 2 or 3 really quality ones that are attracting people that you want to attract and what's going to keep them coming back. Then 10, I send at least 10 new messages to brand new people every day asking about the business. I get 10 HOSA posts out, and then I follow up with at least 10 people. Like I said, my numbers are a bit higher, but that's what I coach my team to do. Okay, and so the last thing that I'm going to show you do, I hope you guys, all of you that are cutting out pictures and ready to post them, I would love, love, love when I post a recording of this Zoom for you to post your picture of the collage that you made in the comments, okay? That would be so rad. So the last thing that I'm going to do with you guys, dream bigger. If money was no object, what 5 things would you want or do? If money was absolutely no object, what 5 things would you want or do? Okay. And that's something that's really, really personal. That's something that like you don't have to share with people. That's something that, you know, that is going to be so different for everybody else. And these are like who cares how much money it is? Because I'm telling you, looking at this list of 5, I've already checked 1 off my list and I didn't know how that was going to happen. I'm going to read through on your, let's see what you guys put down here for all your goals. Shout you out. Okay. Courtney Webster, become a diamond in 4 months. Yes. Courtney, did you know that back in the day, like people, we just talked, or like not even back in the day for me, but like back in the day, we had a chat going on in Lifers. And that, so Lifers is triple diamonds and above with the company. And like Pam and Cami and everybody's in there. It's really cool. But they were talking about back in the day, and they just told people like, you come in and you go diamond in 90 days. Like, this is what we're going to do. What's happened in the last few years is that there's been other companies, there's been distractions, there's been all this other stuff, but like that's what used to happen. People came into the business and went diamond in 90 days. That was just expected of them, right? So I think that setting that intention is so cool. I think it's smart. I think having that goal is absolutely doable for you, and I can't wait for you to message me and tell me that you did it. Hannah Akins, please, if I scrap your name, you can private message me a voice message later and tell me how to pronounce it. Everyone called me Whitley for like ever, and it's Whiteley, by the way. So I'm sorry if I scrap your name. Hannah Akins, end of the year double diamond, amazing. Shelly Bosco, happy and grateful that you're double diamond. Yes, girl. Blake, you're going to pay off your wedding. Trish, you're going to connect with 20 people daily. I love that activity goal. I love it so much. That's brilliant. Activity goals. If you guys have, and you guys are sharing, I know just one goal, but make sure that you have activity goals and not just production goals. Trisha, to have your husband Austin and you both triple by the end of the year. Yeah, girl. Yeah, you got this. Kayla Warricks, double diamond by the end of the year. Amazing. Christina Kuhn, go diamond by next year. Awesome. Griggles. I love that somebody has a Griggles iPhone. Triple diamond by 2020. Yes. Amazing. Linda Steinstra. Please pronounce these correctly. Linda Streinstra. I'll get it. Diamond by the end of the year. EM, 50 messages a day. Yes, girl. Yes, yes, yes. And 50 messages a day is such a good place to be in to rock your business. Like if you send 50 messages a day, you guys, you will be at your goal in no time. Brandy Mills, become double diamond by the end of the year. Danielle Obb, double diamond by March. Andrea Strack, triple diamond by December 2019. Yes, girl. Yeah. Amanda Ann, listen to Denise Walsh Dream Podcast every day. Isn't it so good? I love her Dream Podcast. Pam Souter has an amazing podcast, and so does Cami Pentecost. And become diamond by 2019. Way to go, Amanda. Lori McKenzie, so happy and grateful that your team is strong and you've helped many women change their lives. I love you, Lori. I love you so much. Rayanne D'Agostino, make 2019 about me, double diamond by December 2019. Yes, girl. Yes. And you've already started that. You've already started so much self-care, and I'm so proud of you, Rayanne. Lisa Preeb, I want to retire myself and my husband by 2022. Girl, it's done. It's done. Okay? I'm so excited for you. Hope McCloy, double diamond and stay-at-home mom by fall. Yes, amazing. Mary Lowe, become diamond this year. Josie, I don't even know how to say your last name, although I recognize it all the time. Lajambe. Oh, you guys, this is so fun. Diamond by the end of the year. Yes. Victoria Parker, business goal for the year. Grow at least 2 emeralds and 1 diamond. Yeah, girl. You will do it. Crystal, go diamond by my 1-year anniversary in the business in May. Absolutely doable, girl. Absolutely. That's amazing. Natalie Anthony, happy and grateful you're diamond. Way to go, girl. I'm so excited for you. Make sure that you have a timeline. Put a timeline down. It's important that you do that. Taylor Martin, start a family and financially be able to. That is so cool that is why you're in this business, Taylor. I think that's amazing. I don't know who iPhone is, but if you want to throw out your name, that'd be rad. So I can give you a shout out, but you're happy to have all of your debt paid off, over $3,000, and you're only down to just $900 left. That's awesome. Wow. That's so cool. Shanine, to become a stronger leader. Me too, Shanine. Absolutely. Roxanne Urch, to take my kids on a nice summer vacation. Melanie, find out my exact debt and pay it off as much as I can every month. I love that. I love that. Debt-free living is something that our company absolutely stands behind. I think it's so freaking cool that we have the opportunity to do that and show people how to do it. Mackenzie Harris, move up at least 3 ranks by 2020. Brittany Maurice, go home and visit. It's been 4 years. Oh, Brittany, where are you from? That's such a great goal. When do you want to go? Be specific. Do you want to go for Christmas? Probably not. Christmas is chaotic. No, I'm just kidding. That's so awesome. Okay, be specific about where you want your goal. Wendy Sims, debt-free by June 2019. Amazing. Natalie Kearney, diamond and double diamond by this year. Pay off personal debt and family and own both vehicles. I love that goal. I love that goal, Natalie, and I know you're going to do it. Lisa Bowden, presidential by the end of the year. Amazing, girl. Let's freaking do this. Danielle Obe, team Zoom once a week. Yes. Yes. So good to commit to stuff like that, to show your team, to be the face of your team. You know, we can't expect, I've always lived this way, we can't expect our teams to do something that we're not willing to do. Plain and simple. I always lead from the front. I always do the work. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to do it myself too. Business double diamond this year. Melanie, did I read that one? I can't remember. Sorry. Melanie, business double diamond this year and helping to grow and train my team to be successful. Amazing. Alice Hernandez, my goal is to do daily goals every day. That's a really, actually, you know what? That's probably one of the best goals there, to do your daily goals every single day. That's very simple, but it's so easy and duplicatable. Tish Scott, we finished building our home so that my mom can live with us full time and have excellent care. That is so sweet, and that is such an incredible why. I love that, Tish. Shelly, my hubby is out riding bikes for the kiddos, so sorry. Now I'm just reading people's comments. Sammy Gonzalez, I'm so happy and grateful. Do you rate it smallest to biggest, or what's more important? What's most important? I didn't have an order. Nope, just whatever came out of my mind, whatever came first. I'm just so happy and grateful that. So for me, the first one on my list is our mortgage is paid. Because I honestly believe that once my mortgage is paid, we truly have freedom. We truly have financial freedom, right? And that means no stress. That means freedom to do whatever the heck we want with no guilt, right? Because that's one of the things that my dad was so focused on as a kid. Like, we rarely had a mortgage growing up. We had a mortgage when we built our house, but only for a few years. We never did, because he worked really hard to always pay it off. So that was never hanging over our head. And that was something that he taught me, is to pay off your mortgage. Working on it, okay? Working on it. And let's see what else. Do you guys have any other questions? Just scrolling through the bottom of these right now. You can either PM me for this recording, or I'll post it in Diamond Divas and on our team page. But I'll be able to send you the recording privately in a message if you'd like it. So just, yeah, PM me if you'd like the recording, okay? Brittany and Till, be Ruby by May. You got it, girl. You could totally do it. That's so rad. Carly Primo, end of the year double diamond. Yeah, girl. Kate, helping two of my girls get diamond with me. Mariska, triple diamond by September. Yes, yes. Angie Johnson to be double diamond by the end of July, and go double next month. Kate, that's so cool. Joanne Bulger, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making $10,000 a month on or before 2020. It is doable with this company. Jaylene Nicole Cook, diamond by May. Oh, I love this. You guys have great goals. Pixel 2, I don't know who you are. Cruise in Hawaii in November. Oh, Rochelle, there you go. See, Rachel, yeah, right. See, I read it well in real time. Probably could have saved myself that embarrassment. Brittany and Till, provide for my son and husband without having to worry. I know, man, that's exactly why I want it. That's why paying off my mortgage is the number one thing. I never want to have to worry again. Robin, Michaela, have 12 new rubies this year. One already built. Way to go, girl. Working on your leadership. That's amazing. Duplicatable. Jocelyn Elizabeth, diamond by conference this year. Andrea Nemeth, get your husband to diamond for triple diamond in December. Awesome. Vicki Fontaine, maintaining ruby since September, hitting double by the end of May. Yeah, girl. Kylie Eddington, diamonds at the end of the year to be able to financially not work 3 jobs. No kidding. You know what? That is so cool that this can actually, I would love to hear your story. Kylie, if this happens for you, when this happens for you, there you go. I want you to message me, because I want to hear you talk about that on a Zoom. I want you to talk out loud about you quitting your 3 jobs so that you don't have to do that anymore and can work from home. Victoria, for my monthly, where are you? You can unmute yourself, Victoria. Just, can you give the layout again for your monthly breakdown? What do you mean? Just unmute yourself, sweetie.
Just like, what things are you focusing on monthly? Like, are you choosing 2 things, or is it like 1 business, 1 personal? Just that I can, sorry.
Yeah. No. So for the quadrants like this,
yeah.
So I do this, and then I focus on, I do personal and professional. I think it's important. I don't think that you should have all personal goals or all professional goals. I think it should be a mix of both. But then, did you mean like how I was doing this?
Yes.
So
yes.
This is just like, for me, I'm a visual person, and I need to see like, okay, so this month I'm working on this month, and it could be 1 thing specifically. It could be 2 things, depending. Like for me, we've got a really busy beginning of the year, so I'm going to focus on being debt free for that, and then, something business wise.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. EM, move back to Victoria, BC with your babies. Aw. Pay my parents, Hannah Akins, pay my parents back $5,000 for university. That's a really great goal, and I bet they'll be stoked with you by the end of the year. Oh, yeah, Shelly, leadership retreat. Double by the end of April. Let's go, buddy. You got this. Okay, so do you guys have any other questions for me? For those of you that have never done this with me before, thank you so much for being here today. I really, really, really appreciate it. I think that when you break your goals down into, you know, certain things that you need to do daily, weekly, monthly, it creates a plan. It may not be super specific, but you can get specific in your day planner. I think dreaming bigger is always really, really, really important, and you don't need to know how to get there. You don't need to know how you're going to get a new down payment for a house. You don't need to know how you're going to travel around the world. You don't need to know those things, how you're going to buy your dream car, but you just have to put it out there. You have to put it out there because there has to be an intention. And then also talking about your goals in real time. So talking about your future goals as if they've already happened and how grateful and happy you are, because what that does is it raises your energy level, it raises your vibration, and it helps you focus on the things that are important to get to these goals. Okay. And that feeling of accomplishment, when you read this stuff out loud, you guys, I used to think that daily affirmations were like, I'm a bit of a red, a bit. And I used to think daily affirmations, like, really, I'm going to read this out loud. Joke's on me, you guys, because honestly, I got really lost for about a year between between triple and presidential. I had leaders quit. I lost my rank a couple of times. I'd fought really hard. I worked really hard, and my volumes kept seeming to go backwards. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I took too much time comparing myself to other people instead of becoming the person that I needed to be for my team. And was really selfish because my team deserved more for me as a leader. My team deserved my attention when I was too busy worrying and being insecure about myself. So having these goals in front of me makes me realize that I'm the person that decides my destiny. I'm the person that decides what I'm going to do with this business, what I'm going to do with my marriage, what I'm going to do with my family. And having them written down and in front of you is something that is so, so, so powerful. So make sure that you're doing those things. And I'm telling you, it will change the game for your business. It'll change the game for your personal life. You know, sometimes I look up and I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to go on a date day or date night with my husband and haven't done that for 2 or 3 weeks. So I go into the other room and I'm like, what night works for date night? Like, we need to do this. We haven't connected this way. And that's a priority to me. So it just brings what we want to the forefront of our minds and helps us create a plan to get there. Let me see if there's any other questions, and then I'll let you guys go. If you didn't hear any of the Jim Rohn, scroll up to our chat at the top of this chat, and again, copy and paste the link that I put in there for Jim Rohn. Actually, here, hold on, I'll do it for you. I'll just do it again and post it in here, and go listen to this. If you're feeling a bit negative, go listen to this. I love it. Thanks, you guys. I'm super excited. Just PM. Yep. Perfect, Tana. Just PM me and I'll send you the recording. I hope that this really helps you guys envision what your 2019 is going to look like, and honestly, the rest of your life. If you keep doing this every single year, it's unbelievable what you can actually achieve. Vision, yeah, exactly. Laura McKenzie, I love this. Ray said the other day, vision is critical. We need a vision of who we want to become to get up and do it on our own. You're absolutely right. At the beginning of last year, I said to Ryan, I want to donate $5,000 to charity. And he looked at me and I was like, I know, but I know what kind of money I have to make to be able to donate $5,000 charity. I know what charity I want to give it to. And I know that this is something that I can actually achieve this year. This is something I really want to do. And by December, that was doable for us. And I just got off the phone with who I donated in their honor, or in their name. I donated a certain amount to the Burn Fund for the Power of Professional Firefighters for what they did for me when I was younger. And you know, that the call that I had with the person who sponsored me in that business yesterday, or in the pageants and in everything that they did for me, I had a call with that person yesterday, and that accomplishment, that achievement, giving back like that means more to me than presidential, ambassador, triple, any of the ranks or anything in this business that's given to me, is being able to do things like that I never would have been able to do had I not had this business. Just wouldn't have been possible. So I hope that resonates with some of you guys. I hope that you realize what you have your hands on, and that if you're willing to work for it, you can have absolutely anything that you want. Going on that dream cruise with Karen this year, with Denise Walsh and Carla, I just realized I have a seat at the table. Like, that can be me. That can be any of us. Being on stage, being in the top 100, top 150, being in the top 10 or 20, going to Mark's Island. All of those things are absolutely doable for all of us. And as soon as you meet people like them and you realize they all have their own insecurities, they all have their own hiccups, they all have their own struggles that they went through, and that they're no different than you, that's a very powerful, powerful thing. You're welcome. Yes, I will do that, Alice. I'll send it to you. I get so sappy these days. I don't know, just hormonal. No, I'm not pregnant. Okay, thank you guys so much. What is a DMO? I don't. Where is Lori? I can't remember what DMO stands for. Oh, I love that, Natalie. I remember you saying that. So Natalie is giving back to the Ottawa Heart Institute because 15 years ago they saved her husband's life. Like, how freaking powerful is that? I think that's incredible. Daily method of operation. Thank you. I was like, I can't come up with it right now. I can't think of what it means. Okay, thank you guys so much for spending your day with me. If you'd like the recording of this video, please, or this Zoom, please just send me a PM and I'll send it to you. I'm looking forward to this year with you guys. I think dreaming bigger is a huge piece of it. I know that this company allows us to dream bigger. I can't express to you how excited I am to work with each and every one of you towards hitting your goals. It's truly a blessing that we get to do this for a living. I'm very grateful every day that this is part of our life, and that this is the way that we've gone. And you asked me 3 years ago if this would be where we are. I had no idea. And I'm just so thankful that I said yes. And so when you're out there asking people about this business, nobody would have thought to ask Ryan and I. I own my own business. Ryan, we owned a home. We were quite successful, but nobody knew that we were living paycheck to paycheck, and that wasn't the life that we wanted to live. We wanted to live and be a part of each other's lives. We wanted to live as a family. We wanted to live and be with our daughter. We wanted our freedom. And remember that when you're asking people, because I may have been skeptical for 2 years, but I finally did say yes. And this business absolutely changed my life. And if somebody didn't have the courage to ask me, or didn't have the courage to go above and beyond and tell me more about the business and truly care, I wouldn't be here today. So I think that it's so important that you realize that and know that you could absolutely be changing people's lives. And it's selfish not to ask. It's selfish not to ask, because they may need this just as much as you do. Okay? Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you very soon. Bye.